Morning guys, so I just thought I'd do a little tutorial video on how I cut out kitchen worktops in the old laminate worktops. So what I do is when I want to start, so for example my sink's going in here, it's a single bowl, so it's going to be a right hand drain, so you need to make sure that you're accounting for the waste. So off this wall for example, I know I want my bowl to sit in here, and that's 77 centimetres or 70 mil from the wall. So my worktop, my first line, is going to be 7 centimetres off the edge of the worktop. I measure from here to there and I allow 5 mil. I do the same across. So across here will be 490 as an average, and across there is about 93 centimetres or 49 centimetres. That's the average size for a general sink. So then what we do is I mask it out. Now a lot of the kitchen fitters will say, why don't you just draw around the sink and just cut it out? Yeah, you can. I like to measure mine out, make sure it's going to fit in, because if you don't get it sitting in that hole correctly, you're in a world of hurt. Trust me, I've been there. So then what I do is, you never ever cut a square hole out, especially on these sinks, because they're curved. You cut it square and 9 times out of 10 you can end up seeing that little corner stick out there. You don't want that. So what I do is I use a spade bit. I use a 30 mil, and what I do is I do that. I mark it, do it that way, and I mark it that way, all 4 corners that way. When I drill that hole out, it's giving me a nice rounded corner on all 4 holes. Then I use a plunge saw and I'll plunge it out, and then a jigsaw just to cut the last bits out. Ready? See, lovely, almost bang on my lines. Do that 4 times. So there we go guys, I've got my 4 holes. I'll now use my track saw on this one, these side ones, not a problem, you use your track straight to the line. On this one I can't, because I need the track on this side. So what I would do is I will allow 3 mil, bring my track back 3 mil from that line, and that I'm going to count for my blade's width. And I will do the same on that line and that line, that way my blade will still cut to the line and my track can be on this side. So there you go guys, look, my track is set 3 mil back, so when my blade comes down it will hit that line. And there you go, look. Cut perfect on my line, so I set my blade back about 3 mil. You can eyeball that, excuse me, as long as you don't go over it. Now we've got all our main lines cut, we've just got to jiggy out the last bit. Do that in all 4 corners. Handy to have somebody with you who can catch the board, or have it set up so there's a support underneath it. And there we go guys, nice rounded corners, all cut out, just got to drop the sink in now. Next job you really need to do before you silicone this is cut this surplus material out here, so that your bowl can sit in nice and tight, and then you can just drop it in one hit then. Don't you do that side, because that's the drainer, so that's fine. But just this piece here, definitely. Now we need to seal this up, so I've put a bead of clear silicone here, and we can use a packer. Smear that all over this bare timber. All the way around. That gives it a little bit of protection from any water that might get under the sink. Okay guys, so I'm now fitting my waist prior to doing it. Now what a lot of people do, they leave this full length. To me that's just ridiculous. I will always cut this so that it's a nice snug fit like that. That way you get less build up of crap in this overflow. There we go guys, so a bit neater, and I've cut all that excess off, not needed. It's nice and neat, tidy. It's got a nice flow straight in, so you won't get a bubble here where rubbish can build up and block your overflow, which can then cause you issues with your main drain as well. So there we go guys, so I've got my tap in, already connected, plumbed in, not plumbed in but bolted up, wastes in. Unfortunately for some reason that hasn't been supplied, so I'm going to go back to Howden's and find out where that is. But other than that, it's in. What I've got to do now is drop it into the top there. Okay guys, so it's in. There you go. Just got to put that cap on when I get it from Howden's, but otherwise just got to fit the worktop, screw it in, and then do my final pipe connections. So that's how I do my sinks. Don't forget guys, like, share, follow, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon.